See if I can adjust myself here. There, that's a little better. All right, I am going to share our links into the group on Facebook. And so I'm on a little early today, so I can get going on that. Hope everybody's having a good day. It's a little windy and my hair's a little windblown. I got it in my bun, but it's a little windblown this morning. I hope everybody was safe over our little ice thing we had a few days ago. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this in our group. Hope everybody's doing good, Just putting this in our Facebook group. Oops. All right, all right. Here we go. All right. Here we are. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Beth Gaff, and I am the systems manager, robotics instructor, and technology trainer here at the Peabody Public Library. I got a new phone, so I'm not sure if I like it or not. I'm trying to get it a little higher. Let's see what this does. Oh, that's better for sure. Okay. So today, our techie tip, as always, if you have something you would like to say to me, you can just leave it in the comments. And I've got my comments up here, so you can leave me a comment here, and I would be more than happy to address that with you. Any kind of technology related item that you may have questions about. So today I want to talk to you, our techie tip for today, we're going to talk about social media. The importance of social media, why we need social media, what's the use of social media, what is social media, and what can we do with it. So social media is a way for people to communicate and interact with each other online. So I'm sure that you right now, if you're watching this on YouTube, YouTube is a form of social media. So you would be able to make comments on videos. You would be able to get your word out there. You would be able to do all kinds of different things socially. So that's what makes it a social media. If you're watching this on Facebook, again, that would be a social media type of thing. So you'd be able to comment, like, share, do whatever you need to do to get the word out there socially. So that's why it's considered a social media. So why do people need social media? Quite honestly, people don't really need it. I mean, we have all lived our lives at one point or another without it. Maybe some of us haven't. Maybe you've always had social media in your life. But I know for my generation and a few behind me, and I know several above me, there was a time when social media was not a thing, and we actually had to call people on the phone, and we had to actually go to their homes, and we had to actually interact with them in person or via telephone. Now they've made it a lot easier for us where we're able to just communicate with people using a social media platform of some type. So whether you're using Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, oh, help me, name some social media platforms. There's so many of them. you have a different way of being able to communicate with loved ones, coworkers, friends. There's all kinds of different ways to be able to communicate with people these days without having to have a get together or going to their homes or calling them on the phone or what have you. So there are a lot of different ways to use social media. So that's primarily what people are using it for these days, is just to get out there and be able to stay in touch with loved ones. I know I have a lot of family that lives about an hour or 2 hours from me. So being able to communicate with them via Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, however I can do it without really having to physically go there, makes me happy. I mean, it takes a lot of time away from time, basically. There are ways that you can, okay, so I get a lot of questions all the time about, well, I'm thinking about starting a business, or I'm thinking about doing something on my own. What would be the best way for me to be able to start either some kind of a blog, or perhaps maybe I want to start selling something? How can I get my name out there? How can I get the word out there? And how can I benefit the most out of it? So social media is a really great way to do that. I currently have a couple of different things that I do outside of this job. And because of that fact, I want to get the word out and I want to get it out quickly. And social media, it really is the best way to do that. So so let's talk Facebook. Facebook has a way where you can create your own page, which is kind of like a website. You can create your own group, so you're able to bring people in and allow them to communicate with you through a group. So there's definitely, you can also pay for advertisements to advertise whatever it is that you're selling. They have hang on, I got to turn my heater on. I'm cold. So they have the marketplace where you can go look and go shopping and find those things that you want to sell, buy, put your word out there for what you're doing. So there's a lot of different things that you can do to get the word out about a product that you may be using. Okay. So that is a marketing strategy that you can use, amongst a lot of other marketing strategies, but we're going to try to do some quick, easy stuff today. So, sorry, I'm just seeing if anybody's made any comments, and they haven't. Okay. So that's just another type of marketing strategy that you can take a look at. YouTube is a really great way also. You can create a channel, kind of like my channel here that you are watching this on, and you're able to get those videos out there of promoting what you do, or doing live videos like this, which you could do this on Facebook as well. So you're able to get the word out to all the other people. That's also being able to build an engaging community. So you want to be able to engage the people that you're trying to attract into the products that you're wanting to sell, promote, or perhaps maybe it's not a product and it's just some kind of a just something you want to get the word out about. So it's just not about marketing either. Community engagement, social media affords its beneficial to nearly every part of your organization. So if you work for someone, then you could do HR stuff with it, learn and improve, explore and discover, and question and answer kind of stuff. Let's see. So to buy into social media, you can do what's called boosts on Facebook. And that allows you to put an ad out so people can see it on their feed. It really is quite beneficial to your business to be able to do that. So something to definitely think about. It does cost you money to do it, obviously, but you're in control of how much money you want to spend on your advertising to get the word out. Let's see. So what kind of content should you publish and share? A common and understandable mistake that many people make as they're diving into social engagement is to limit their content to promotional updates. So you want to make sure that, just remember that whatever you post out there is out there. I mean, they're going to see it. They're going to, so even though you may try to make it where they don't, the chances of somebody has seen what you've done is there. So you just want to be careful with what you're posting, and you want to make sure that before you actually post it, that what you're saying isn't going to offend somebody, hurt somebody's feelings, things along those lines. I kind of got a little cheat sheet I'm working off of here. And like always, if you have a question about something technology-wise, please leave a comment so I can address your concern. My hair's sticking out. Sorry. I can see it in the light. When I get in front of a mirror, you can't, but when I'm sitting right here, I can. All right. If you've got a question about technology, please post it down below, because I want to make sure that I'm addressing all your concerns, your questions, and make sure that we're working on something that you want to work on. But I know that social media is a big thing right now, and I want to make sure that everybody understands what it's used for, why we're doing it, what's the purpose. Let's see. I don't know how many of you out there have social media. If you wouldn't mind in the comment, maybe telling me what you use on a regular for your social media. So we kind of have an idea. I know I only use specific things. But another thing that social media is really good for is, I was talking to you about groups. Groups are user created and have varying levels of privacy and security, much like individual profiles. So users can organize groups around any topics or events that they'd like, from professionally relevant groups to those organized around special interests, such as nutrition. The variety is limited only by interest of the user. So I own 2 bearded dragons. So I am in probably at least a dozen different bearded dragon groups. People that raise them, rehome them, breed them. So I get a lot of informative stuff from my group to tell me, why my dragon may be acting a certain way. They have them for everything. You can get in a group for anything. And the best way to find a group is just to search for it on Facebook, quite honestly. These groups have undoubtedly been a welcome and sticky addition to the platform over a time. You can also create events. Events allow users to organize around a point in time. Security here is fairly customizable, allowing for public, private, and somewhere in between events. A key feature here is the baked-in ability to export your Facebook group to other calendars, no doubt increasing usage and reliance on this feature which blends users' personal and professional lives. So you would be able to add certain events that you may want to be a part of on Facebook onto a calendar, so that way you remember what's happening. Like I said before, you can create business pages. These have been an evolutionary product for Facebook. Over the years, they have taken several different shapes, though they are fairly stable today. Like other types of pages, the feature set is either evolving as they add more to meet the needs of the marketers behind the brand's efforts. Facebook has recently added more features in terms of analytics. Awesome. Analytics basically gives you all of your stats. So if you want to know how many people have been on your site, what they're looking at, what they're doing, you could go to your analytics. You can also get reporting, security, and access, as well as increase the richness available of those wishing to dive into Facebook advertising. And then, of course, you have Facebook Messenger. It's a new way to combine email, instant messenger, and Facebook messages. As new standalone group messages services popped up throughout 2010, 2011, Facebook clearly saw an opportunity and acquired one of the more popular group messaging apps known today. They have since rebranded the app to Facebook Messenger on iOS, BlackBerry, and Android devices. This is a standalone app, but it also integrates across the Facebook app and the web experience. So you can, even though it is its own app, you can still access that information from being on logged into your Facebook account. All right. Seeing what else. All right. So here's some etiquette tips to get you going on Facebook and things. So like offline social media or social interactions, Facebook has its own set of unwritten do's and don'ts for users to follow. Facebook is first and foremost a social network built to help users stay connected with one another. It also has evolved into platforms for businesses to engage with their customers. So, here's some tips on etiquette and guidelines for posting on Facebook. Don't spam. This is a big no through all of marketing. Always be tactful, classy, and do not spam. This includes sending mass event invites and messages and invitations to like your brand pages from your personal account. It's not impossible to spam as a business page either, but Facebook's functionality prevents most of it. So you don't, even though, you think your product is amazing, you may not want to send an invite to all 200 people on your list. You might want to be a little bit more picky and choosy about who you're sending that to. Response times are going to vary based on the issue and the product in question, but in social media, timeliness is critical. Users expect things to happen much faster on social channels than on more traditional web channels like email. In most cases, same-day responses are required. Don't ever let your community feel like they've been forgotten. So you want to definitely get posts out there and respond to people that are questioning something that you may have. Say no to clustered updates, with the notable exception of image albums. Avoid making multiple updates within a short time span. Beyond newsfeed algorithm concerns, it's just annoying to your followers. So you don't need to post that same thing over and over and over and over. They get it, they understand it, and they don't need you to keep doing that. Your signal to noise ratio falls, and you may lose the long-term attention. So the more you're posting about something, the more Facebook's going to bury it down there. It's an algorithm thing. So you just want to just be spacious on when you're actually posting about things that involve something you may be wanting to sell. Using the @ and then somebody's name. If you want to call out another public Facebook page or user, you can directly link it to their Facebook page, which also notifies them that you're talking about them by putting in an @ symbol. And then once you start typing in their name, if they're on your friends or you are part of their group page, what have you, it should pop up. You can click on it and it's going to send them an alert and you've tagged them in it. This also makes it clear to whom you're addressing. Note that private users can't be called out in this way unless you're replying to a comment they left on your page. So it does have something to do with settings, privacy settings. So you'll want to check your privacy settings on how you have your setup of how that's going to happen. Highlighting important posts. If your brand has any very important updates, sales, features, and new articles, you can highlight them in your page's timeline. This expands the post to both the columns. You can also use messages. Messages people can send to your page private message. You'll find that most of these messages will be customer service related, so make sure to check on them. The messages section functions like an email inbox. So when you're using your Facebook Messenger, or if somebody has messaged you about a product you're selling, or even maybe a private message, if you know them, they should just pop right up in your messages. If you don't know them, then they're probably a message request, and then you would have to go into your profile to find that. Let's talk notifications. So notifications box will show you the most recent likes, comments, wall posts on your page or your brand's page. Depending on the volume of incoming activity, this administrative section can be useful when tracking activity by your community. Due to Facebook's focus on recent activity, you'll probably only receive comments and likes on recent posts, but the notifications can help track activity on older posts. So that's how your notifications would work, and that would be the etiquette for that. Page favorites, you can mark other brand pages or other business pages as a favorite. This is a helpful way to promote partners, good causes, or others you're connecting with to know more about a possible product you're selling, or maybe you're having some kind of a party at your house. And so this is a way to get that out there. Posting. So while many social media tools allow you to post from them to Facebook, you'll have the best results by posting directly to Facebook from Facebook itself. Facebook's algorithm biases toward posts that originates from its own interface. Responses and comments moderation, however, can be done via social management software. So if you're trying to share something from another social media site onto Facebook, it's going to happen for you. However, they're going to choose those posts that they did through Facebook first before they're going to share your posts from another location. They're going to be biased because it's their platform and they want you using their stuff. However, they want to make the money too, so they've allowed other platforms to share to them as well because it's a money maker for them. However, they're going to put those last and put theirs first. That just goes for anything, really. Scheduling. Thankfully, Facebook does allow scheduling of posts directly to their interface. If you are sharing linked content, this content must already be live on the web, which can be a pickle for those scheduling unpublished blog posts or other content. Scheduled posts will appear only to the moderators in the activity log. So keep in mind that engagement is the primary goal, and you'll want to be around for the responses for that scheduled post. See if we have any questions this morning. Not seeing any questions this morning. Normally the way we do this is that I just kind of talk for half an hour, and if I don't have any questions, then we go ahead and we end our session for Tech Talk Live today. I mainly have Tech Talk Live for you guys, so you have the opportunity to ask questions about things you may be working on that you're not sure how to do or that you're struggling with. But if we don't really have any questions, then I usually just end this after my quick tip for the day. And today we're talking social media and how we can benefit the most from it. Just kind of looking through my little timeline here. All right. Okay. Let me talk to you for our last 5 minutes here. And if you have a question, go ahead and post it for me. But let me talk to you for our last 5 minutes and let you know what's coming up here at the library. I work in technology and I work in systems. We have decided to take most of our stuff virtual. So although we're still going to offer some in-person items, they're also going to be offered to you virtually because we want everybody to be able to participate. Our Grow with Google classes that we do here at the library are in person. However, we then turn around and turn them into a virtual by posting it to the channel, so then you have the opportunity. I just got done posting the Google Docs class. Even though there may be another one shuffled down in our list of classes, this would be the most current. But because I don't really want to lose my numbers from an older version of a class, I just keep adding to the current ones. It has something to do with all that algorithm stuff we were talking about earlier. So any kind of Grow with Google class that we offer for you eventually will be streamed on our channel as well. So you'll be able to see that at some point. I did just post Google Docs. Today I'm planning on working on a more current Google Drive, and I have a Google Calendar one that I'm planning on doing as well. So it's just a matter of having the time to get all of those done. But there is a plan, and we're sticking to that plan. So our first Friday class that I normally do in person, we are now offering that as live, virtually live. However, if you cannot attend it, that's okay. It is recorded, and I would post it to our channel here and share it in our group on Facebook, and you could watch it later. So you don't have to necessarily attend, although I'd love for you to, because it gives you the opportunity to ask questions and be involved in any kind of activity we're doing that is about that. But our first Friday live computer class on March 4th will be quick tips. We're going to talk about keyboard shortcuts. We're going to talk about right-clicking on your mouse. We're going to talk about dragging and dropping. We're going to talk about creating folders. It's going to be very, very basic computer skills. So if you can tune in, that's great. If not, it'll be something for you to watch later. The digital escape room, that will also be virtual. I've been offering it in person, but I feel like I might get a better response if I do it virtual. So we will be doing a virtual digital escape room where we can all work together on that. And once you get into the escape room, I will give you the links that you need to access what you're doing. Let's see. Travels, destinations, and virtual field trips. Those are already all virtual. Kids in coding. That is something that we will not only be doing virtual on Saturdays starting in March, but it is also an in-person that we do here at the library, typically on a Monday. However, in March, I had to move it to a Tuesday because I just don't have any Mondays available in March, but we'll go back to that Monday in April. And then in March, we'll be doing Kids in Coding as a virtual class. So a virtual, so we'll be doing Kids in Coding as a virtual. We always have the Jawa Club once a month. That's always on the last Monday. That is in person. That's helping us rebuild some of our robots that got broken, and maybe even building some new ones with kits that I have. So, all right, you guys. Well, it's been 30 minutes. I don't have any questions about technology this morning, and we've gotten through our techie tip. So I'm going to go ahead and let us go for the day. Keep in mind, though, that if you want to start one-on-one training with me, it is free. It doesn't cost you anything. You just need to send me an email. Here is my email, and you could just send that to me, which is bgaff@ppl.lib.in.us, and we can definitely get you going on some one-on-one virtual help. and it doesn't cost you anything. It's 100% free. So I'm here for you. That's what I'm here for. And I want to make sure that you're getting the training and what you want to learn taken care of. So, all right. Thanks so much for tuning in. Listen to me babble for the last 30 minutes. This you can share with a friend and or let anybody you might know that could benefit. Let me share our group. This is our group on Facebook. It's called Tech Talk Technology. And then they could get on there and be a part of all of the hype. Not really, but you know. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me. See you on our next Tech Talk Live, which is going to be on March 19th at 10 a.m. Have a good one. Bye.